The valley really is a place of magic and mystery. The landscape here has been inhabited by humans for thousands of years. From prehistoric times and until now, people have forged a deep connection with the land, creating sacred spaces and making friends with the other world. It's the ideal place for spiritual seekers and artists.
The journey starts with Fergus Hall. Fergus is a renowned artist with a cult following, known for memorable album covers in the 60s and a tarot deck for the 1971 Bond film Live and Let Die that's still in print. Fergus's studio is tucked away down a hidden valley. Travelling there involves a perilous expedition down the path less travelled.
I think the artist's job is to say, look, hold on, there is another reality. There is, to use the cliche, there is another world. It runs parallel with the world we're in, it runs in tandem with it, and it really is there. And you either believe it's there or you don't. And most people, I think, most people don't because they've never had any access to it. They've never had any insight into it. And somebody like myself, I've had so many experiences of the other world without looking for them, I have to say. You've got to actually bring your whole being onto the picture, and that's what people react to. They see your honesty in it, and that does something for them. They see that you're not. At least I hope. They see that you're not just doing any old thing for the sake of it. Each picture brings your soul, if you like, out and sits it there for everyone to see. And I think people need that. I mean, that's really what's wrong with our world now. People have lost their soul, but they know they've lost it, and they're looking for it, and they can't find it. The job of the artist is to say, look, here's how you find it. And that, I really, really believe that. I think it's our job as artists to actually guide people back into some sort of sense of being in connection with the earth and their own true inner self, as it were. It sounds really pompous, but I believe that. I really do think that.
Luckily, you can see a good selection of Fergus's recent paintings and prints just up the valley at Reynolden, the Painted House. I see Rennellburn itself, nestled by a magical waterfall in a wooded ravine, as being an ever-evolving artwork, its unique and special place. I approach making art as an offering. I feel it's such an amazing gift to be in the world that it just calls for something in return. And for me, that's art. What I feel most, I think, is joy and gratitude, and I really hope that that is transmitted in the work I create, and it helps other people tap into that amazing reverence and wonder in life. My deepest wish is to make art that feeds the soul. Rennellburn's a mansion, disguised as a cottage. Inside are many rooms, each with a different theme. Here are two of them. Poet Julie MacLeod is Fergus Hall's partner. They often work through ideas together, and some of their collaborative pieces can be seen at Rennellburn, the Painted House.
My writing is always inspired by a kind of inner life, the way that my inner life relates to the outer world that I experience. That's the kind of fulcrum of it. I totally believe and experience the other world. I couldn't not believe it because it's there always. It's there in my work. It's there in me. It's there in the environment. It's everywhere. This land doesn't belong to us. We are only passing through it, the same as everything else that is there with us, most of which we can't see. Someone told me there had been dancing, a haymaking the way it was before, and in my mind I could see the old place, bright windows shining out across the moor. Music was drifting down to the river, wood smoke scented the twilight air. The band was playing the Harvest Home. We were together and we were dancing there. We never lost step with the dances, never sat out while the band played on, fast and light as leaves caught on the wind across the fields when summertime is gone. The music stopped and we just watched the river flow away toward the western shore. The farm track home, too rough for dancing shoes, too outside for the clothes we wore. Sometimes I see us back in the old place, moor and marsh spread in the early light. Then I awake and listen for the river, and I wonder where I am in this dark night. My own heartbeat is every beating wing turned up river from the salt marsh strand, when winter's frozen silence melts away and many voices cry over the land. The gate is open, rusted to its hinges, the past forgotten where the self-heal blooms. The house on the moor, all built from river stone, where photographs of us watch over empty rooms. The old place is quiet behind its windows. The garden has gone wild and overgrown. Ghosts and shadows mark the seasons, and there's no one left to play the harvest home.
It's such a privilege to have a studio here. I'm on the edge of a woodland, and there's a great river running below. It's full of a deep quiet that nourishes your soul. I guess it's the same place that we find ourselves when we listen to stories or look at beautiful paintings or walk in nature, especially at dawn and dusk. I think in my own way I'm constantly trying to allow that space into my art. It's a very gentle space. It's bright. It's bright with wonder and curiosity. It's absolutely the source of imagination and creativity. The thing I love most about being an artist and an illustrator is the felt sense of peace that you have when you're in the zone painting and simply witnessing the paintbrush doing its thing and bringing the characters to life. Maybe I feel a little as though as an illustrator I kept to make a pilgrimage to the realm of imagination. And just like a great story, one returns from that pilgrimage feeling more nourished and more whole and importantly more capable of seeing the magic in ordinary things. Are there any badgers today? Are there any badgers today? Yeah. They go home. Have the tea. Yeah.
You can look at the old mounds and forts and just see remnants of a long-dead civilization. But these places are known in folk tradition as otherworldly portals, as fairy forts, and she, the Scottish name for fairies, means people of the mound. So perhaps in a reality unknown to us, these quiet places are actually filled with life, with spirit.
love horses, and particularly so I do a lot of painting of horses and landscapes, and belong to the community here, the Buddhist community and the village community, and I feel very happy, and I'm always inspired with something, just looking out in my garden and my animals and my flowers. I love flowers, so I do a lot of gardening. So I've got a lot of things to paint very close to me, all around me, and that's what keeps me happy and sane, basically. I find now, the last 18 months, I've been working very hard, having online lessons from America, on tonal paintings, looking at some of the American painters of the past who are absolutely beautiful paintings of kind of evening paintings, dusk and things like that, where the colours are very kind of muted and the values are very soft and gentle.
I wanted to ask, what kind of space do you think you get into when you're painting?
Well, something seems to calm down in me. It's almost like I'm allowed to be myself when I come out into this little room. I leave all my practical self and my worries about any physical problems I've got. I seem to forget about the pain I have in my back and stuff like that. It's a wonderful thing because it takes your mind off worrying about things that you cannot change. There are certain things in life you have to learn to accept. And I find that painting helps me accept where I am, what I am, and I can get into the mode then. And just, I'm okay. I'm just okay when I'm painting. So yeah, I'm very glad I moved here. And I find that the community is very kind of kind towards artists, much more so than when I lived in London. I find people are more interested in different forms of art up here in a way, which is very nice because you feel quite cherished in a way, you know, quite appreciated.
The experiences are all round about me. Go out and look at the heron lifting itself off out the river as you approach and flying off in front of you. It's all there. Everything's there. It's like your soul manifest round about you, but you don't see it, and it's all there waiting for us. And if we could only get to it again. And it's been a huge blessing for me to come down here to Eskdalemuir.
Judy's song from Glasgow. So
Oh, thank you.
so one song from Judy and then we better hit the road. So come on. What would you like to say?
Oh,
That was the Glasgow Islands of Kerry Cork, the southwest of Cork. There's a song that two people heard and wrote it down miraculously. And having heard it, the story is that once you heard it, you'll never forget it. So I hope so. I didn't. So, but it'd be nice to have a song there.